Hold on, there's something going on like always. Are we good there now? Okay. Whew. All right. My bad, everybody. I'm you know. Okay. These are my face things. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's episode of Shay's Wellness Club Accountability and Wellness Live Q&A sessions. Thank you guys for joining us today as we are entering another week. Can you believe it is August 23rd? Oh God, that's even right. Whew, we made it. And we're going to make it through another week being great, being awesome, and being the best selves we can be. Now, let me turn this on. Just move it gently. There you go. Maybe that's a little better. I don't know. It's a little better. Okay, well, welcome everybody today on Shay's Wellness Club Accountability Sessions Live Q&A. And if you're here, you didn't stumble this live by accident. We are talking wellness, sustainable weight loss, and ways that I've lost over 60 pounds naturally. So if you're here and want to learn more about ways that I've lost weight naturally, join the club. I am here every Sunday around 6:30 Central Standard Time. And we're just here to talk about ways that I've lost weight naturally. Now, let's get into it. So today's episode, we're talking about what I should actually, we look at the right camera. What should I actually eat in a day to lose, what I actually eat to lose fat and stay full naturally. This episode is going to help what I was struggling with when I said I want to lose weight. Like a lot of people ask me, I want to lose weight, Sharday, but I don't know what to eat. What do I eat? I don't want to eat the same thing every day. And I definitely knew when I was new into to my wellness journey, my weight loss journey, I was eating like the same thing every week and it was driving me nuts. And we want this to be an easy process for you. So this is today's episode. The goal isn't to hand anyone any specific meal plan, but I'm trying to let you guys know of ways that I've built meals that I actually learned to enjoy. So if this is resonating with you, please let me know in the comments your favorite part of the episode. Stay till the end to get the full gems, and make sure you subscribe, share, and like this, so you're able to get into the algorithm. But also when I post videos, you'll be able to get notified. Because I don't know about you, but if these strategies help me be consistent in my weight loss journey, I can imagine how many people it can help that are watching. So I hope you enjoy this episode and let me know what you think. And let me know if you have any other topics you would love me to talk about when it comes to wellness or anything in between. So I want to start off today by asking my wellness warriors here that are watching, what is truly harder for you? Figuring out what to eat or how much to eat or staying full after you eat? Now, these three questions I ask you because I've asked the same to myself. There's been times where I ate a full meal and was still hungry after. There's been times where I didn't know what to eat at all. So I just was doing whatever was popular at the time. Um, and also I kept thinking in my head I had to do such a extravagant diet plan in order for me to see results. And I want to let you guys know that that's not necessarily the case, because once you find great go-to meals that you can repeat throughout the week, like keeping rotation, it makes this process so much easier. So please stay tuned and let me ask you these few questions. Who feels like they're always hungry as soon as they say they ready to lose weight? Like as soon as you say, okay, I'm ready to take this leap, I'm ready to be serious, I'm ready to lock in, and then as soon as you finish that workout or even go into a walk or something and you smell, ooh, I smell pizza, I smell wings, ooh, White Castle smells so good right now. Like, oh my gosh, when do I ever crave McDonald's? I just crave McDonald's. Who else have had those moments? Let me know. Me. Okay, I've definitely had those moments. Like, there's been times where I was upset that the gym was in the plaza right next to the fast food place, because I would have to almost pray to, like, you don't need that. You are hungry for something else. You do not need that. And it's kind of like a mindset thing. This journey is going to be truly a test of your mindset, of your dedication, of your perseverance, all that in one. Because if you one that controls what goes in their mouth, one that can controls what you eat, oh baby, the rest is history. Okay? Because once I mastered how much to eat in a day or what to eat, what to say no to. Once you start learning to say no to certain foods, you can be so powerful in your wellness and weight loss journey, okay? Let me see. Oh, no, wrong way. Okay. Okay. So, I've definitely had these issues in the past because it's just really hard starting off your journey. And if anyone's in their journey right now, please comment below, because I am unbigging my back again. You know what I mean? I have gained weight, lost weight, unbig my back multiple times. That's why I've coined the phrase unbig our back naturally, thinking our just by bettering our relationship with food, we can unbig our back. Ugh. I'm not even talking about the gym yet. I'm talking about the food part. The food part is the absolute biggest part of this wellness journey. I recently won my gym's challenge, the transformation challenge. And people ask me often, okay, so how did you do it? How did you stick to it? How did you do this and that? I just knew in my head my unfair advantage. And everyone has an unfair advantage that they may not be aware of. But when you can own how you eat in this journey, you can lose a significant amount of weight in 1 year, especially if you're starting from still eating certain things consistently. When you take those things away slowly, you could definitely lose a nice amount of weight, within 6 weeks, 8 weeks, this and that, and we're gonna talk more about that. Who thinks losing weight means eating salads every day? Who is someone that used to think that, like me? I used to think that losing weight, being on a diet, means eating salads every day. And when I mean salads, I'm talking about like boring salads too. Who else was thinking like that? Definitely was, right? Now, tell me in the comments, what is your favorite thing to put on a salad? But, and I'll let you guys know too. But I used to think that losing weight meant salads all the time. Thank you for the love. Continue to like this live. It shows love, and we love you. Um, me thinking that I had to eat salads every day. I remember at one point I was eating salads like all week, and I was just so tired of it. I'm like, I'm not even losing that weight, and that's that's something that we have to get through our mindset as well when it comes to this wellness journey. That we may not lose any inches in a week. We might not even lose inches in 6 to 8 weeks. It really depends on our, more than just what we're eating sometimes. It depends on our stress level. A lot of us don't realize how stressed we are, due to jobs, home, uh, just life in general. Seeing social media, this constant good thing, bad thing, something's always going on. That adds a significant amount of pressure too. Um, Also, how late we're eating, how often we're eating, how many calories are we really eating in one day? Did you know we're burning calories as we sleep? Sleeping is such an asset to us that it sucks that it takes us to get older to realize and understand that sleep is very important. But the earlier you can understand sleep is important, the better. To me, when growing up, I used to think sleeping too much was laziness. But honestly, the richest people make sure that they schedule their sleep. They make sure they get their naps in. Why? Because when your mind is absolutely focused, it's rested, it is you're able to when you're for instance, when we dream, we are able to work out issues we didn't realize we had. Stuff like that. That relieves stress. And what have you. So, anywho, also, who else is scared of carbs? Who else is trying to say, no more carbs in my life? I'm ready to lose weight that way. Okay. For those that don't know, I used to go through a loaf of bread a week at one point. I was over 230 pounds and was obsessed with sandwiches. I can make anything. I used to make, man, I don't want to say the trenches got real, but I just would make a sandwich out of anything. Hot-head cheese sandwiches, turkey sandwiches, and I would go to the deli and everything. But then, bam, we all starting to realize, right? We're all like paying attention to the news. A lot of these deli meats and packaged meats has so much junk in it that wasn't helping at all. So eating all that processed meat, plus on top of that the excess carbs, meaning one slice of bread is already 120 calories, possibly, right? Then I have another one on there. Then you got to have the mayo. Then you got to have the processed food, the processed cheese. We got to have the sauce. We got to have this. Oh, we got to have chips. Oh, I had to have chips. I had to have chips with my sandwich. That was a must have to. What you doing? I'm going to Subway all week. Every time I go to Subway, I'm getting a Subway sandwich. Chips with it. But I digress. But yes, I used to be. Once I got locked in, I used to be scared of carbs. I used to be like, I'm still a little scared of carbs, but I learned to eat smarter with carbs, right? And someone may ask, Sharday, what do you mean by being smarter with carbs? Being smarter with carbs is to realize that certain carbs are actually really good for us. Certain carbs are actually what's giving us fuel. Like a lot of people will say, stay away from the potatoes, right? But really, it's the oil that we are cooking in the potatoes. It's eating a big old tray of fried potatoes, chips, fries, and stuff like that, that makes it more of a saturated fat, more goes to our stomach, our thighs, okay? Especially as ladies. Our weight goes to more so our thighs and our back. For men, it's more so their stomach. Pretty much their stomach and their back too a little bit. But see, what I talk about in Wellness Club is the good side of carbs. My eating 8 loaves of bread, not 8 loaves, 8 slices to 10 slices of bread a week. Yeah, that's a little too much, especially white bread. Okay, that's more sugar, that's more calories, all that stuff. So I learned to either eat a little smarter, and even going to the wheat bread and seeded bread is a better option. I have been told, but hey, all this is fair use only. And these are all just based off of my experiences that I'm sharing. So please make sure you're talking to a doctor and a professional about all these stuff. But we are making sure that these carbs are helping fuel us. That's why I enjoy. They're like, Sharday, what's a good carb then? Potatoes are okay to eat, especially everything in moderation, honestly. Because sugar is okay to have. We just overconsume processed sugar, correct? Yes. So we have to make sure just mindful of it. Me, my favorite carb, absolute favorite carb, is sweet potatoes. I love that you can make it in multiple different ways. I love that you can cook. You can. What do you mean? You can cook potatoes and sweet potatoes in multiple different ways. You can air fry them. I barely do that, but they're good when I do. Um, you can bake them, you can steam them, you can cut them up, you can slice them, you can make a healthier yam and stuff like that. You can really get creative with sweet potatoes. You can make it into a protein bowl. You can make it into a dessert. I've made brownies from sweet potatoes. Less sugar. Natural sugars are always better than fake. Okay, over everything. um and stuff like that. And you could do the same thing with regular potatoes. My favorite breakfast, well, one of my favorite is some potatoes, and then the oils, of course, is important too. Also, who gets confused by the healthy labels? Okay, who else is on the journey like me, who's trying to get like what is healthy, what really isn't? A lot of stuff is coming out about things that we thought was so healthy or so good for us. When it comes out, is not the best thing for us. For instance, I don't drink whole milk. I haven't drunk consistently whole milk in years. I think the only time I used to drink whole milk when I had no other choice was when I was with my mom, um, helping her. But even then, I helped her switch to oat milk or like almond milk. But anywho, being mindful of the healthy labels, because sometimes the healthy labels we have to look into even further. Just like I just realized that healthy, like sugar free, sometimes really isn't sugar free. They're doing more of a healthier sugar, but it's still a process. It has to be made. It still has a certain chemical in it for it to be so sweet. So we always got to be mindful of what we're reading, and that's why I emphasize so much on reading our labels as much as possible. And every week I need to bring something to tell y'all about the labels, because I'm looking at like some cereal boxes that we need to look into. But anyways, but yes, being confused by healthy labels are just definitely something that we're doing. And then who eats well during the day? Let me tell y'all this, because maybe I'm the only one. I don't know. Who eats well during the day and then gets extremely hungry at night? Now, I don't know about you guys, but gym girlies and gym guys, well, I don't know about the guys. I'm not a guy. But us gym girlies, we already just be hungry. Hello. Thanks for joining. Um, we already eat all the time. We love to eat. Most of us do, okay? But when we go to the gym, that hunger is on a different level. You would think we were pregnant or something. Like, it's us burning that energy. It's us, getting through burning our metabolism, stuff like that, speeding it up. That's why that's my one of my favorite parts about going, not even necessarily to the gym, but being active and moving, because you're burning. Because if you burn more fat than you can consume 14, 15, even 1,600 calories if you're burning over 2,000, 2,500. And we have a resting fat burning rates. But I digress with that. But my point is, fat doesn't require eating as little as possible. We need an overall calorie deficit basically over time. But your meal should still feel good enough, nutritious, and satisfying at the same time. I am so thankful that I've created a way to eat healthy and still eat good. Okay. That is a skill. Okay. Making vegetables taste good, making your salmon taste good. You know, just enjoying healthier options. Now I'm starting to enjoy salads. When people say they like a good salad, I was like, whatever. Sure, you like a salad. You know what I mean? I just thought they were full of it, low key. But when you like realize you can make a healthy salad, yeah, it can get high in the calories, but that's where, the sauce is so important and what you add on there. Like if you're adding a bunch of ranch, then you're kind of defeating the purpose. And that's what I was doing early on as well. Putting the wrong sauces on my salad. But anyways, okay, so we're gonna answer a couple of questions that's been coming in. What should a fat loss meal actually look like? Now, I had a visual ready for you guys, and I am worried that it's going to kick me off if I put it on here. But, I wonder will it let me? Y'all want to see it? Gosh darn it. Let me see. Stream. Ah. All right, let's see if it works. If it don't, please come back if I'm off. I want to show you guys a visual because not everyone follows me on the book, right? So, okay. So I want to show you guys a visual. Let me know if you can. 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 Sorry. Okay, guys. So for examples of depending on the meal, these categories can overlap. Protein, produce. Okay, I gotta make sure I'm looking at the right camera. Protein, produce, carb, and a healthy fat flavor, right? Gotta have flavor in there too. So, depending on the meal, these categories can overlap. For example, chicken, broccoli, potatoes, a little sauce. Now, I'm not talking about drench it in no ranch and stuff because we're known to do that. No, I'm not drenching in ketchup because a lot of us don't realize there's sugar in ketchup. You know, I know we love our ketchup with our hot dogs. Well, we gotta wean ourselves. I don't eat ketchup that much anymore. I don't even have a taste for it. But I also don't no longer eat burgers and French fries and um baby. Anyways, but depending on your meal, these can overlap. Like my favorite, salmon, rice, vegetables. That's what I'm making tomorrow. If you can find three that you could put on rotation, switch it up, you are gonna be in the room of success, okay? Because as long as you're the only one that can get bored of it. But if you start to enjoy, like, oh, I'm having salmon tonight. Oh, I'm having chicken breast tonight. Oh, I'm having chicken wings tonight. It doesn't even have to be chicken breast. It could be chicken wings, chicken thighs, chicken legs. Hello. It could be salmon, air fried salmon, salmon bites. Cut that thing up. Put a good sauce on it. Make it a dip. Make it a bowl, baby. My wellness warriors. We can really make these meals delicious the more we start to get used to them. Eggs, whole grain toast, fruit. That's a good whole breakfast, right? For instance, Greek yogurt, berries, and nuts. Bam. Not too much on the nuts now, because they can add up. A handful of nuts. The rule of thumb is the size of your fist, if you can, okay, when it comes to a portion size. If you're someone like me that does not like counting calories, on the scale and stuff, now if you can, get a scale and weigh your food. That's the absolute best way to track your calories. Me, I try to do the rule of thumb of the size of my wrist. If it's bigger than my wrist, the portion might be too big, right? Um, Turkey. Oh yes, I love a good turkey taco bowl. Beans with veggies and rice. Oh my gosh. I cannot remember his name. I think his name is Raj or Rajay. I never really hear his name like pronounced, but he's well known when it comes to fitness and eating right. And he be talking about the ladies, and they say sometimes you got to eat like a dog in order to see results. That's a real thing. When I start making those plates into bowls sometimes, baby, woof woof. When I tell you I love a good turkey bowl, chicken bowl, salmon bowl, and all you take is those even tuna bowl. You take those proteins. Take a protein, get you some vegetables steamed or however you like them, and some rice, brown rice, jasmine rice, long rice, okay? Put it in a bowl, mix it up. If you could make a homemade sauce, even better. Or, just something that's not so high in calories when it comes to the sauce. If you even need sauce, it's amazing. It's delicious, okay? And then you feel full, especially when you do this trick that I just told y'all about drinking a bottle of water, a cup of water, a glass of water. Drink your water down, eat your bowl, eat your plate, full. And if you don't have to think about food for a good 3-4 hours straight, 2 hours, 3 hours straight, you good, okay? You're like, oh, I'm not even hungry. And then if you get hungry after that, just drink more water. That's what I used to do. That's what I still do. Me talking about food now, I just got back hungry. But let me drink this now. Sure. And your fat loss meal, our fat loss meal, all you have to really do is focus on these three things. Identifying what protein am I going to have? Is that beans? Is if you're more in the vegetarian, trying to slow down on meat. If you're trying to slow down on meat, because I get a lot of people like, I'm going to do a cleanse. I'm not going to eat any meat for the month. That's great. And you're definitely going to lose weight if you go without eating meat for 30 to 40 days, for sure. But you also need an alternative. You still need protein, right? So beans, really good. I think rice, like brown rice, has a little protein, I think, in it. Tofu. I don't eat tofu much. Grains, stuff like that. You just got to make sure you get your proteins in general. But identifying your protein, then you adding a vegetable or a fruit. Adding a vegetable to the fruit elevates any food you'll be eating. Adding a carb that fits the needs and preference, right? I like sweet potatoes because it kind of fuels you when you're training, like lifting weights and stuff. And it doesn't bulk you up. It helps give the carbs are basically good for your muscles. And I don't care who's watching this, how small, skinty, or slim jim we are. We need our muscles, okay? The older we get, the more we lose muscle mass, right? Especially us ladies. So we have to do things. We have to eat our carbs to fuel us. A lot of us are eating carbs and then just sitting on the couch, or eating our carbs and just sitting at our desk all day at work. Well, we have to move. We have to get, at least 6K steps a day and stuff like that, to keep the muscles asking for that carbohydrate, if that makes sense. Including enough fat flavor to make the meal enjoyable. Learning what's a good sauce I can make. What do I like spicy? Do I like sweet? Do I like natural sweet? Do I like, a little salty, tangy stuff? Me, I like, say, for instance, my salad. I had to learn to not like ranch and Caesar salad, Caesar dressing. I put Caesar dressing on a sandwich real quick, right? So I had to learn to get creative. So for my salads, I put like vinegar on it, some sea salt, and probably some olive oil. Best thing to do when you have olive oil, get you a spray. I keep forgetting to bring it, and it's like way over there. But get a spray bottle. You can YouTube it, Google it. You can Google it or Amazon it, whatever you want to call it. Or I can inbox you the one I use. But you get a bottle, pour your oil in it, and it makes my oil last so much longer. If we get a good expensive oil, my rule of thumb is to get a extra virgin olive oil in glass, if I can, because that's the better option to me than plastic. But if you can get an extra virgin olive oil in glass, and I like to get mine at Aldi. Video is not sponsored, but get that, put it in a glass spray bottle. You spray it on your salad, your pasta, your meat, stuff like that. A lot less calories than pouring it, because pouring it, a tablespoon is 120 calories off top. It adds up. People, sometimes the healthy calories add up too. But I digress. Portions still matter when you are eating healthy. That's why sometimes we ask, why aren't we losing weight, but you're eating healthier options? Sometimes eating too much nuts can add up to 300 calories real fast. You know what I mean? Me just realizing in my head, because I was going crazy with the smoothies. Smoothies add up, okay? Eating it too late adds up. Eating 2-3 smoothies back to back adds up. Just like one smoothie, the large smoothie from Smoothie King, almost 1,000 calories, 900, 800 plus calories, because it has so much stuff in it. Okay? That's why I like to go to STL Green Eats, because they have a little less a little less of that, just half of what. Anyways, and your plate and your plate doesn't have to look like diet food. Tell me your favorite dinner in the comments, and let's figure out how we can build a balanced meal. Tell me your favorite meal in the comments. I would love to know, because we all have a favorite. Or what was your favorite meal as a kid? Like when we were young, you come home from school or Sunday dinner. What was your mom's, your grandma's, dad's? What was a favorite meal when you got home? I would love to know. Anywho, okay. So another question was how much protein. Okay, the next question was how much protein do I actually need? Well, I'm not going to turn this into a math lecture. I'm not going to say portion, 3/4 of a. No, we're not doing that here. Okay. I'm going to talk to you about why protein is really useful. I went over it a little bit earlier, but I'm going to get in the weeds on why it's really important. It helps preserve and build muscle. Okay. Now, look, a lot of us have this flab. I still have some. I'm trying to beat up. Okay. But it would be more if I didn't have this little bit here. So look. Anyways, that's how we get rid of this flab, okay? When we overdo, or when I overdid cardio, this got a lot looser. So a lot of people used to ask me, how did you not have so much extra skin after losing over 60 pounds naturally? It was because I incorporated strength training into my routine. You know, my legs, well, they jiggle, but they're solid, right? They're turning, because once you get into this journey, you're going to notice that instead of your body being jiggly, if that makes sense, it forms. It's starting to mold, right? And you're not going to look like a man, okay? I promise you. Someone recently, I was encouraging to get some training, and they said, I don't want to go to trainers because I don't want them to like make me look like a man. Because like last time I went to a trainer, they had me lifting all heavy. And I'm like, I don't want to look like no man. I want my curves and stuff. I'm like, that's how you keep your curves. Ladies, especially us ladies. If we want to keep our curves, small waist, nice thighs, nice back, sexy back. I don't know about you, but I want a sexy back. Beautiful, well, not beautiful, but like plump glutes, all that perky stuff. We gotta lift some weights, okay? It ain't gotta be no 120 pounds. Now, if I would have understood her if she said, yeah, me lifting 200, 300 pounds and stuff, then that's weightlifting weight. You know, like you're trying to train for a competition. Weight training can be using dumbbells just in general. 10 pounds, 15 pounds. You'll be surprised how strong you progressively get to where you want to start lifting some heavy stuff. You're going to be like, wait a minute. I can squat 50? My legs, like ladies, especially us ladies, we love to work on our legs, right? Because our legs are strong, okay? I'd be surprised how like I can do like around like even on the machines I could do like 80 plus on leg press. I do like 120 plus, I believe. The 45 plus the bar. I don't know. But we can do some really heavy stuff. And trust me, I don't know about y'all, and I wish I was able to know how to play the video. I'm gonna start doing reactions soon, so be ready for that. That's just me just liking to social media stuff. But there was this lady that was getting attacked, and let me know in the comments if you heard about this. A lady was getting attacked at the gym. So she was used to this man coming in the gym once in a while, so she let him in. Well, she was, listening to her earphones, but of course, us ladies, we have to be self-aware at the gym as well. Okay? So she was by herself at the gym. She let the guy in when, hello. Thanks for joining, and give this video a like, a share, and make sure you click the bell for the next episode. And make sure you rewatch this one because we had some good gems in the beginning and we are getting there. So She goes into the gym, getting her workout in. She lets the guy in, but then she noticed that he was acting kind of weird. And she was like, what's up with this dude? So then she, it's like us women, we have an intuition, like, let me just keep an eye on him, So the corner of his eye, she knows that he's getting closer and closer. So he getting closer and closer. And she was like, back up, to the point where she had to push him because you were getting way too close, right? So he gets too close, and he starts to try to tackle her or bring her to the ground or something. And she said in her video, she said, I knew I'm stronger than this man. I knew I was stronger than him, right? So what she did, she basically ended up pinning him to the ground. And she, like, the video is literally her, it's the surveillance footage, her pinning him down while she calling the police. She had him down there till they came. That is the importance of having strength. That man was taller than her, but wasn't stronger than her. And most likely, men are going to be stronger than us. But in that instance where her strength became what saved her, because who knows what would have happened if he would have kept, was able to do what he wanted to do, whatever that was, right? Strength plays a role in our survival. So that's why I always say strength training is something for everyone. I mean, I've seen 80-year-olds at the gym. I've seen 60-year-olds at the gym. I don't care if it's little 10 pounders, 15 pounders, 8 pounders. Just, even just to get up from a chair takes muscle. Wiping our butt takes muscle. Scratching our back takes muscle. Doing our hair takes muscle. So why not strengthen these muscles? So what do we get? So how much protein do I actually need was the question. It helps with our fullness. It helps support recovery from exercise. It makes meals more satisfying. Okay, have you ever just out the whole day ate a bowl of vegetables and was like, am I supposed to get full off of this? Like, what? I've had moments like that. I don't know about y'all. But protein just helps keep us full. And it's fueling our body at the same time. Protein needs very base body size. Protein needs varies between body sizes. So not everyone needs 150, 180 calories. Grams of protein per day. It really depends on your body size, your age, your activity, and health goals. So if you're someone that's looking to say, hey, how much protein should I have a day? Be sure to talk to your doctor. Talk to your health and wellness specialist, or even your strategist if you need more help trying to narrow that stuff down. For instance, chicken, turkey, fish, eggs, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, beans, lentils, tofu, tempeh, and seafood. Okay? Those are some good protein examples. Out of all those examples, you mean to tell me you can't find 10 to 20 different combinations? I'm telling you. It adds up, and the more you incorporate protein, drinking water daily, working out, you'll see the body that you've been looking for. Like, a lot of people will be like, I can't look like that, or I could never have my arms get that small, or I can't have abs. We all have abs, okay? Let me tell you that right there. We all have abs. A lot of us just have a little fat over it. And the more we realize we can burn the fat off, just show it more, the easier life will be. Because I'm seeing abs. I didn't even realize I had abs until I start like really locking in at the gym and doing like eating right and doing those workouts. Also, quick tip for anyone watching this wellness, because if you're a wellness warrior watching this whole thing, I am truly thankful. So these lives, I give you my special gems, and I pray that you take them because they help me so much. In between your workouts, no matter if you're working on legs, arms, back, make sure you're incorporating at least 2 or 3 ab workouts in there. I don't care if it's just, a minute or 45-second planks, side planks, mountain climbers, forward marches, Pilates exercises, calisthenics, jump rope is actually good for the abs. Anything you can do to do an ab workout in between your sets, game changer. The next question was, oh, okay. So let me know in the comments, what is your go-to protein? Let me know in the comments, what is your go-to protein? Because my favorite one, y'all know, is salmon. I might make some beans tomorrow. Might make some beans. That sounds good. It's like certain things, once you're in this journey, you're gonna realize that in this journey, you're gonna realize what your favorite protein is, but you're also gonna realize what foods really have been molding you, right? And this time last year, I was almost at my goal weight, and I had to remember what really got me there, right? What really got me there is sticking to the same routine. Your body loves consistency when it comes to you sleeping, when it comes to your eating habits, when it comes to your workouts. If you're someone that's looking to find a workout that works for you, okay. If you're someone, okay, sorry. If you're someone that is looking for a workout that works for you, I would not test out, but one, I would go to a specific trainer. Not a specific trainer, but if you go to a gym, most gyms give you a complimentary training session or a walkthrough with a trainer. And if you say, just have a plan for it. I think the best thing I did was utilize a trainer. Now, have I ever spent $300-$400 on a trainer? No. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all and say I have. But I do utilize trainers when, like, say, for instance, I go to the gym, right? And when they first opened, I was one of the first members, the founding member there. So when I joined, but I think the same happened with Club Fitness. I don't know about Planet Fitness, but if you have a gym and a trainer's walking you through the gym, giving you a tour or giving you like a 30-minute session, yeah, it's a sales session. Don't take the sale. And once I realized that, I'm like, cool. But what you can do is say, hey, I want to work on my legs. What is a good form? Or ask about form. Asking about what's the best workouts for my legs. What's the best workouts for a beginner-friendly workout for my arms? Or you can ask me and I can help you with those beginner-friendly workouts. But using a trainer is really, helpful when you do that. Example, a baked potato isn't the same nutritiously as a loaded potato with large amounts of butter, cheese, bacon, and sour cream. Now, a baked potato is perfectly fine. What makes it overly carb, not overly carb, what makes it overly calorie is when we add butter. Bam, 120 calories for just a little square, and you're adding 2 or 3 of them, right? And then, bam, sour cream. That's processed dairy or, what have you. And then you're adding a big dollop, right? 90 calories, 80 calories add up fast. And then the cheese, saturated fat usually in the cheese and processed. Then, we're adding bacon to everything, right? And then we're going to add the sour cream. So all those things add up when you're not thinking about it. All those things add up when you're not thinking about it. So it's so important to be mindful of what we're eating. Just like I thought baked potato was automatically bad. And so I realized, oh, maybe I shouldn't have butter. Then some places, like say if you get a baked sweet potato some places, oh my gosh. The first time I ever went to Ruth Chris, first time I ever went to Ruth Chris was this year. And it was really delicious. Okay. Their food's it's delicious. But I had a baked sweet potato. And then usually they offer, brown sugar, butter, all that extra stuff. I said I didn't want it. She was like, you know what? I know you don't eat that type of stuff on there, but I'm going to order mine with that on there. And I want you to just try a bite of it. So I tried a bite of it and oh my God, it was so good. But oh my God, it was so much brown sugar, so much butter. And then it was not even the regular butter. It was like sweet butter. I said, man, these places want us to be big bags so bad. But I digress. It was really good. Thank you guys for joining. Make sure you like these live. We're talking about ways that help me lose over 60 pounds naturally. And I hope that this is helping you guys as well. One more question. Why am I hungry? Question. Why am I hungry after just an hour of eating? There's a couple of ways that could be making this problem bigger than, there's probably a reason why there's this big problem, because I've definitely suffered this. Don't automatically blame yourself for lacking willpower. Look at the meal. Okay? If you're someone that's like, oh my gosh, why am I getting hungry an hour after I'm eating? Think about these things. Ask yourself this. Did it have protein? Did it have fiber? Did it have overall food enough? Did it have fruit? Did it have vegetables? Did it have some fat to it? Mostly high refined carbohydrates. Enough fluid throughout the day. Sometimes we're dehydrated, so then after we eat, we're back hungry. And instead of just drinking more water, a lot of times we just go back for another snack. Sometimes we're not eating the protein that makes us full. I love a salad, but I have to, most of the time it helps that I'm having a protein either with my salad or on my salad. Like the other day I went to Applebee's and I had salmon and I had a side salad, but I had my meat with my salad. Or if I have a Caesar salad, I gotta have chicken on it with no dressing. But yes, does it have some fats in it? That helps with being full as well. And then I want you guys know I'm visual along with you guys. So I want to tell you guys a visual that we can all understand. Here we're talking about today we're talking about what should a fat loss meal actually look like? No. This episode, what should I actually eat in a day? What should I actually eat in a day to lose fat naturally? And we're going over ways on how we can do just that. So for instance, breakfast A, I'm eating a pastry and a sweetened coffee. And then breakfast 2 or breakfast B, I'm eating eggs, whole grain toast, and fruit. Which one do you think is the better option for breakfast? The pastry or the eggs with whole grain toast and fruit? Lunch B, right? Or the lunch A, tiny salad with lettuce and dressing. Now, let me tell you this. Between lunch A, pastry and sweetened coffee, breakfast. I'm gonna start this over. Breakfast A pastry or sweetened coffee versus breakfast B, eggs and whole grain fruit with whole grain toast. Which one you think is better? For instance, lunch A, tiny salad with lettuce and dressing, or salad, I mean, lunch B, salad, chicken, vegetables, beans, and appropriate dressing. The point isn't that meal A is bad. Meal B is simply likely to be more filling and nutrient complete for most people. Nutrient being being able to eat your nutrients and be full at the same time helps so much from, overeating throughout the day. If you just ate a granola bar, yes, you make, you look, full for a few minutes, but within the next hour, you're going to be back hungry, right? So the point is that um when you eat to be full, no, when you're eating to be satisfied, it is much more important than small little bit of eating. Question is, okay, so another question that I received is, what should I eat when I don't have time to cook? Now, I get this a lot from my busy entrepreneurs, moms and dads, and everything of the sort, teachers as well. This is important for the busy people that watch this, okay? For someone that used to have a 9 to 5, you working 12 hours a day, literally 7 days a week for like a few months straight, getting that holiday money, stuff like that. I know all too well about how important it is to have a nutritious meal when having a busy day. So that's why I'm so big on meal prep, because it was so important and big for me for I never was hungry. I worked 12-hour shifts and barely was hungry because I ate 5 times a day, but portion sized, mindful meals and drinking water every meal that I ate. Usually what wins is whatever's fast, right? But what usually happens when we're hungry is nothing is prepared. That's why it's such a beautiful thing to have meal preparation services such as STL Green Eats and other meal prep services as well. So these are some emergency foods, rotisserie chicken, tuna, salmon packets. Eggs are good and quick. I love a hard-boiled egg with some Greek yogurt, a hard-boiled egg with a piece of fruit. Those are really good. Frozen fruit is a really good quick option. Microwavable grains, but even though I try my best not to get into the microwave, pre-cut vegetables, you can't go wrong. All you gotta do is cut, bam. Especially if you prepare them the night before. Canned beans can be a quick option as well. Quick canned fruit or just fruit period is a great option as well, and convenient protein options. Now, something that going to church today, my pastor was talking about convenience and how it tied into God will help you out when it's convenient, stuff like that. Or, well, I'm paraphrasing. But convenience isn't automatically unhealthy. It's the options we choose can make an option unhealthy. Thank you so much for liking this live. And make sure you continue to like and tell this to a friend. Share this if you can. And let us stay tuned for Shay's Wellness Club accountability sessions. Sometimes buying washed fruits and vegetables are convenient, or convenient protein is a difference between eating at home or eating takeout, right? That's what convenience can be. Like today, going to Waffle House was convenient for me. What made it mindful was me eating a protein packed, filling food to where I'm not hungry for real for the rest of the day. You know what I mean? Being mindful to make sure I'm not eating cheese, to be mindful to make sure I'm not eating bacon on there. Having healthier options helps so much in this wellness journey. Sometimes buying Oh, I said that. Now, someone else asked, what about the snacks, Sharday? The snacks be getting me every time. And I understand. Are you usually hungry, though? Or are you bored? Are we really hungry? Or are we bored? I didn't realize that I used to be bored, not hungry. That's why sometimes when the nurse used to think we had a headache or something, oh, just drink some water. Thank you guys so much for liking the live. You're awesome. Okay. Once we realize we're just like either stress eating, bored watching TV, because a lot of us, we're watching a movie, we gotta get our snacks ready, stuff like that. We've been low key programmed to keep eating, and now we're becoming programmed to eating the wrong things. So what Shay's Wellness Club is all about is just letting everyone know that there's some delicious, healthier options out here. More satisfying. Here are some satisfying. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here are 6 satisfying snack options that I enjoy, and I hope you will as well. Greek yogurt and berries. Oh my gosh. Some, people say that they don't like Greek yogurt because of the taste, but honestly, it's really great for gut health. It's really great probiotic, especially for us ladies. And also, does everything have to taste healthy? I mean, taste delicious in order for you to reap the healthy benefits from it? Does everything gotta taste like a cheesecake? No. Sometimes you gotta get used to the healthier options. Me, I did not like Greek yogurt at first, but then I got used to that healthier option. And then adding Greek yogurt plain, but adding it with berries made it enjoyable for me. Add a little honey if you want a little sweetness to it. Or I like peanut butter powder. Because I don't eat peanut butter anymore. I do the powder. So sometimes I mix that in there to up my Greek yogurt. Let me know what on this list you like. But here are six satisfying options that I enjoy of healthier. Here are 6 satisfying snack options that I enjoy that I hope you like as well. And that's the Greek yogurt and berries, apple with peanut butter. Now, if I'm going to have peanut butter, I'm going to have me with peanut butter and apple. Fruit and nuts are really good. Thank you so much for liking the live. You're awesome. Vegetables and hummus. I love me some carrots and hummus, some celery and hummus. That's a great option. Cottage cheese and fruit is surprisingly good together. Some people be like, you like cottage cheese? I think people are worried more about the title or the name of it more than how it actually tastes. I would say give it a try. If you're someone like me, because I'm just adventurous when it comes to food, but give some of these options a chance, or at least pick like 2, 3 your favorite. Let me know in the comments which 2, 3 combinations you're going to try. And also egg and fruit. Egg and fruit is super easy, especially when I said earlier, like hard-boiled egg and like a banana are my favorite quick protein, energy, less brain fog type of snack. And portion foods instead of repeatedly reaching a large package. Now, let me tell you guys this that I had to realize. A snack isn't the problem. Sometimes it's the snack. Then the snack after the snack. Then the little something sweet after that is the problem. We think we need a snack for after every snack. or a snack after every dinner, or a snack or something sweet after every meal. And we really don't need all that. Sometimes we have to tell ourselves, I'm satisfied. I don't want anything else. Like when I got home, I was like, ooh, I want like some sweet. And I was like, no, I'm going to get ready for Wellness Club and not have a snack. Sometimes I have a little sweet treat before I get, so I can have a little energy. But I had to remind myself, Sharday, you have a goal. I have a goal to get to, especially with my birthday coming up. We'll see how that goes. But I do have a goal to get to. And I can't do that if I'm snacking on the wrong thing the whole time, right? Now, this main question that people ask me, can I still eat my favorite foods? Question is, can I still eat my favorite foods? And that's a great question. This is where my philosophy, I believe, stands out. Because you don't have to eliminate your favorite things altogether all the time, right? Do I still eat ice cream sometimes? Yes. But when I tell you ice cream tastes so much better when you take a long break from it, it's like a reward. Y'all know what I mean? It's like a reward. You know, you can reward yourself every once a month, ever so often, and it tastes so much better. When I tell you that head Drews be hitting, when I haven't had when I haven't had ice cream in months or in a month or two, amazing, and I just have to remember to not go overboard. But yes, frequently portions matter. Like I always say in Wellness Club, what you do all the time is more important than what you do sometimes, okay? So learn substitutions that you can genuinely enjoy. And that's what I started to like. Like instead of milk chocolate, I eat dark chocolate. Or instead of ice cream in the house, if I have ice cream, it'll be outside the house, and it's not often, because I'm not by that many ice cream places. Sometimes eating the original food intentionally. I'm not sure about that. But don't label one meal as failure. And that's something that really contributes to my body dysmorphia. Let me know in the comments if you ever suffered from body dysmorphia. And when I go through mine sometimes, I beat myself up over that one meal that I just decided to enjoy, knowing that I'm not do the same thing the next day. But sometimes I really beat myself up over it because, I'm in my journey now still, and I beat myself up over eating like a ding dong. And it's like, girl, that's because I go overboard. But anyways, so don't beat yourself up over one meal, okay? What you do often, what you do normally, what you do on a consistent basis is definitely more important than what you do maybe once a week, maybe once a month, and give yourself grace. You know, we're stressed up, we're stressed about enough things. Us eating one few chocolate chip cookies is not gonna hurt us. Okay, it's not gonna. Thank you so much. Hasta luego. Let me see. That one food you're absolutely not giving up for the rest of the life. Wait, let me ask you this, guys. What's one food you're absolutely not giving up no matter what? Now, I think the comments are going to get interesting by this because everybody got a food that, I ain't giving up. Instead of, wait. Okay, the question was, can I still eat my favorite foods? And I say yes. Everything is really in moderation. You could have butter sometimes, but in moderation, You could have chips sometimes, but in moderation. You could have soda a few times, everything in moderation. You know what I mean? And okay. But yes, you could definitely continue to eat foods that you enjoy. Now, I'm going to do a small game for my wellness warriors before we go. Okay. I'm going to call my person Monique. Okay, so I want to lose fat, but I'm tired of eating chicken and broccoli. So help me out. What, from the Wellness Club or what y'all been watching, what can I do if I'm tired of eating chicken and broccoli? Tell me a great combination of a protein, a carb, a produce, and a flavor sauce that I can add to my meal. I think this will be interesting for the comments because I would like to see what have you learned in Wellness Club today of some really healthier options for my plate. And I just want you guys to know, and I might, if you want me to talk more about this in the comments, please let me know because I have actually a couple more questions about this. But the point of today's episode is to let us know, to let everyone know that there isn't one specific way to lose fat naturally. Okay, it's more so on being consistent in what we're eating and what we're already used to eating. And finding healthier options. In this live, and if you're just getting here, please watch the beginning of it. There's a lot of great questions we answered and asked about great protein options, meal options, healthy snack options that really can help you in your fat loss journey, as they have helped me. So I thank you guys for watching today's episode of Shay's Wellness Club. We are still doing the Unbig Our Back Step It Up Challenge. And to stay tuned and follow, subscribe, share, follow for our next one coming up. I will be doing one more before the end of the year. So please stay tuned for the next challenge because there will be prizes for the challenge winner. And I'm always here for accountability wellness strategy session. So if you want to inbox me session, strategy, ready, any of those words, and we can get a strategy session started as early as tomorrow. I help my wellness warriors lose weight naturally, not from a diet, but from strategy. We don't need a diet. We can find a diet anywhere. It's the strategy that's going to make us win. That's going to help us win, right? So inbox me today or catch us on next week's Shay's Wellness Club accountability session Sunday at 6:30 Central Standard Time. And see you on the next one. Be blessed. Keep God first. Be kind to others. Don't take things seriously and be kind. That's the best thing we can do in 2026. Have a great day. Bye.